In this video, I give my initial thoughts of Witcher 3. First, a little explanation about why am I playing Witcher 3, because I didn't buy the game. It came as free with my new graphics card. For those of you who are unfamiliar, I had a lot of problems. My system was rebooting constantly and in the middle of doing things, and I went through basically a full upgrade cycle because my system would just be, I'd be doing something normally associated with something with video and it would just reboot. So I first off thought it was power supply, replaced that. That wasn't it. Thought it was graphics card because everything I was doing was, you know, playing videos on YouTube or playing a video game or something like that. And so that caused the reboot. So I bought a new graphics card. And when I bought the graphics card, there was an option, or I'd actually picked the graphics card and ordered it. And then I see, oh, with this, because I bought the graphics card, just the timing was right, I got a free copy. So I ordered and downloaded Witcher 3. Now I've had some interesting experiences with Witcher. I bought Witcher 1 when it came out. Not immediately. I bought it when it had dropped in price significantly. And everything about my system was fine to play it. And I installed Witcher 1 and it just kept crashing in the very first cutscene. Very first cutscene. And could never get past that. So I futzed around, and it says there were things about sound, and I screwed up my system a bit. And finally, I gave up on Witcher 1. Did a bunch of other things, and then other things implied that I needed a new graphics card, so I bought a better graphics card. And then I was futzing around one day and bored, and I thought, well, let's see if Witcher 1 would run now. So I installed Witcher 1, and then it finally run. Though I was well within specs with my first graphics card, it just didn't like it for some reason. Didn't like my system, didn't like the graphics card. And I played a lot of Witcher 1. I didn't finish the game, but I got quite a ways into it. I was enjoying that. It's an interesting game, not quite as open world as I would have liked. So then I got around and I was playing with Witcher 2, and my memory of Witcher 2 is a little bit fuzzier because Witcher 2, I know I didn't play as much of it as I did of Witcher 1. And it was much more stable and much more easier to install, and it worked, and so on. But I reinstalled an operating system, or installed a new operating system, and didn't move that across. I forgot about it, and so I can't really go back and look too much about my notes about Witcher 2. So I got Witcher 3, and I can't show you any video of it because Witcher 3, just like Witcher 1, crashes on me. I sit down, I got it installed, I played through the tutorial. I have a Xbox 360 controller, and I'm finding I need to go in and tweak the controls, I know, because it's way too touchy on the camera. The camera is, for me, I've got to go and do some adjustment. But I know the game has a bunch of controls. I looked at that. But I get through and I get to, I guess, the first, not the first cutscene, but it's where you get past the first save point to the next thing. And first time it crashed, just locked up. Well, the audio keeps playing. This is classic. This is what I saw before with Witcher 1, was that the audio sometimes keep playing, but the video just locks up and none of the controls are responsive. Keyboard, mouse, nothing doesn't work. And it plays for a little while and you can't get anywhere and you can't figure out the menus and you can't do anything. So I ended up having to hit the hard reset on that one. And I don't like to have to do that, but I have to hit the reset on the system to get out of Witcher 3. Then I come back and I rebooted, I cleaned thing, made sure everything was cleaned up, try it again. And it continues on from where the game was. and it gets a little bit farther, and then it locks up again. It does the same thing. The video goes weird. I have 3 screens, and one of the screens goes black, which is a screen which I normally have I run Corsair Link, which gives me some idea of the temperature and such, and how the CPU. I know there's some funny things with that. I have some issues with the numbers with it, but it's gives me some idea of how my system is performing, and that's just running on one screen, and that screen goes black, and the main screen is still just frozen, and you can't get out, and so you have to hit reset again to get out of Witcher 3. So I'm pretty sure that it's just that it's a little bit fresh, or what is it? It's like you went to the store and you bought some bananas and they're a little bit green. Need to wait a little while and update till the next patch comes out or two for Witcher 3 before you could really, before you can really play it. Unless you've got, well, I don't even know. It's because I thought I have a fairly mundane, somewhat standard system, and it's just what I'm hearing, what I'm thinking is that Witcher is just as before. The group that does this is notorious for pushing the edge on their games, and that they make it sometimes very difficult. I appreciate the fact that they try and push to get every last emphasis of power out of the system. It's a beautiful game. From what I've played so far, there were some scenes that were very reminiscent of some of the beautiful scenes in Skyrim. I mean, and I remember just bringing up, there's one where you're up on a high mountain, and you're in Skyrim, and you look out and you see over the valley and all that. Witcher 3 is prettier than that. It's a very attractive game running on my system. It looks very, very, very beautiful, but it's very unstable. So my initial thoughts are, it isn't quite ripe yet. I got to let it ripen up a bit and get a couple more patches in there, and then maybe I'll try it again. But maybe I'll have better luck than I will. But my initial impressions are it's more of this Code Red, I think, is the company, and it's just that sometimes their stuff gets released a little bit flaky, and it's very sensitive about your computer hardware. And considering that I've got an i7, the one with 6 cores, I can't remember which one it is, and I have a new graphics card. It's a GTX 960. I didn't go the 970. I went the one below, and it's not able to. Something's crashing, and I don't think it's my system, but maybe it is. But I'm just wait for some patches and see what happens. Since I didn't pay anything for it, because I'd already bought my graphics card and it was just a free, I'm not too terribly upset. And there are parts of, I appreciate some of the Witcher that they do know, they appreciate the male form. Let's put it that way. Not the male form, the female form. Sorry. But they appreciate the female form, and because there are some attractive ladies in Witcher, at least in the very first part. That was notorious. Witcher was about that. So it's but that's my initial thoughts. So if you like my video, press the thumbs up button. I'd appreciate that. Or if this interests you, you can always subscribe to my channel. There's a button right above. I look forward to hearing some comments. Tell me what you think about this, and I'll try and reply, and we can see if I'll do some more of these. Thank you.